Right, Dorothy, thank you. Maybe you've noticed it in the sink, clogging up the shower drain, or even just covering your pillow.
Yeah, we're talking about hair loss, and losing it can be simply devastating, especially if you're a woman. Nancy Yamada joins us now from the newsroom with more on this growing or not growing problem.
Exactly. Mike Donnie, it's a problem that few people like to talk about, but hair loss affects as many as 20% of women. So far, there's no miracle cure, but more women are turning to drugs, rugs, and plugs.
It was beautiful. I had ringlets that went all the way down to my shoulders.
For most of Heather Liebman's life, her hair was her pride and joy. Until she turned 20, out of nowhere, it began falling out.
I would say within 3 weeks, like the first week, the left side would thin out, and they would thin out the right side to make it symmetrical. And then the next week, we would notice the crown would be pulling and there would be a bald spot.
8 months later, she figured out why. Doctors diagnosed her with lupus, an autoimmune disorder that can affect the joints, blood, kidneys, and skin. For Liebman, the sudden and dramatic hair loss was as devastating as the diagnosis itself.
You don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to wear makeup. You don't want to go out with your friends because you look odd and you feel very isolated, and it can really wreak havoc in your emotional well-being.
Anita Zalagowski understands all too well. A bad case of eczema, a skin disease, left her virtually bald when she was just 12 years old.
There was no hair at all, it was just soft scalp.
40 years later, as these pictures show, it never grew back.
She lost her hair from the temples and from the front.
Research shows female hair loss can often be traced back to a physical problem or illness, emotional stress, thyroid abnormalities, or hormonal changes like pregnancy or menopause. Over the years, both Liebner and Zalagowski have spent thousands of dollars buying countless potions, lotions, and products that promised to grow their hair or thicken what little they had left. They say it was simply a waste of time and money. But Zalagowski wasn't ready to give up. Last May, she turned to Dr. Pistone for hair transplant surgery.
I thought maybe I'll get a few stragglers here and there and just chalk it up to experience. You know, okay, I wasted a few more dollars in my life trying to improve myself. But no, it worked. It really does work.
Quite a few little grafts sprouting there.
A closer look at her scalp shows progress.
I am so extremely thrilled about it. It's my hair's starting to grow in. It's only been 9 months, and I have like 3 times as much hair as I had then.
The whole principle that hair transplantation is based upon is that hairs taken from the back, which never fall out, can be transplanted to other areas and keep their own identity.
Which means the transplanted hair will never fall out and continue to grow. Advances in technology have led to attractive, natural results.
Every morning I look in the mirror and I say, oh my God, there's more sprouts coming out there. It's unbelievable. It's the best money I ever